Teams is a great platform for teachers and for submitting coursework. However, as you'll see here on Teams, there is no actual way to be able to download a bunch of assignments all at the same time. This may matter if you're going offline or marking offline, or you prefer to edit the actual documents, maybe leave inline comments. Teams makes that extremely difficult. Here I've clicked on a student's work, for instance, just to show you. Now, if I wanted to download this actual piece of work, then that means I need to click on here, click download, and I need to repeat this for all of the students in my class. That's very lengthy and very time consuming, and obviously as teachers we don't really have the time to be able to do that. This is where the Teams Assignment Collector software comes in. It's a very lightweight Python-based executable that doesn't require an install and should run on even college and school PCs, as it doesn't require any permissions and doesn't require to be installed. Here's a quick tutorial of how you would do this. First of all, you're going to want to navigate to SharePoint. Now, you'll see in SharePoint all of your classes show up here. Here I can click on my class. I've set up a test intervention class here. If you go to Documents, then you're going to click down on the documents, go to Other Libraries and go to Student Work. You'll go to Submitted Files, and here I've set up 3 student folders exactly how Teams would have done it. Here would be your student names, and this is where the key issue comes in. Teams organises by student and then by assignment, so in each student name will be any assignment that's been given to them. Inside that assignment it will then also have versions. This is useful if you want evidence of feedback and improvements on assignments, especially for Ofsted. However, to just download all of the students' latest versions all at once, organised by assignment instead of student, is extremely difficult this way. What we'll do is we'll go back to the submitted files folder. We're going to tick this here to select them all and hit download. Give that a second to download. Now it's worth noting in SharePoint, if your student list extends your monitor, you need to scroll down and make sure they're all ticked. SharePoint will not tick all of them. Once that's finished downloading, we'll be able to see it in our downloads folder. Here we can right click and extract the files. And now we have this exact thing from SharePoint with all of our students' assignments in, all the different versions. Again though, difficult to navigate, especially if students haven't named it with their name. This comes in handy for the Teams Assignment Collector. Double click it to run as you would any other executable program. It's a very lightweight, like I mentioned, Python program. First of all, just a quick pop-up shows, and it's just telling you what I told you about, making sure all the students are ticked on the list in SharePoint when downloading. We'll click OK to acknowledge that, and then we need to select our main folder. So up here I'll click Browse, I'll go to Downloads, and I'll select that folder that I just extracted. You'll see here it's picked up the 3 assignments from each of the folders, and I can select all or just select one. It shows me how many submissions out of how many students have done it. So let's say I just want assignment A. I'm going to browse for an output folder. I'm going to make a new folder here. I'm just going to call it something arbitrary such as output. And now I'm going to say collect one assignment. You'll see here it's now collected them. It's given me a submission chart as well, so it's showing student A, B and C all submitted this assignment. And I can export that to Excel. If I go on my output folder, here we have assignment A. And then it's not only collected the files, and it'll do it if there's multiple files in each student's submission, but it's also renamed them to have their name at the start based on Teams, not based on the student calling it themselves. Let's see how this works if I want to collect all the assignments. If I collect all 3, I'll leave the output folder the same, collect 3 assignments, and now you see it tells me that all 3 students submitted all 3 assignments. If I quickly go in and I say that on assignment B, student B didn't submit anything, then you will see that when we go to collect them, collect 3 assignments, You'll see that it's identified here. Student B did not submit assignment B. Like I said, you can export these to Excel, and then that's an easy record for you to keep track of your student submissions. Once you're done with the program, you can just close it, and then you'll have a folder wherever you told it to output it with all your assignments in one area. To find out more information, please visit my GitHub where the source code is available, and also the packaged executable. You can just download and run that. It's a portable executable. Again, it requires no repositories to be on your system already, requires no installs. If you find this helpful, please let me know if there's any updates or additional features you would like.